Okay, now we're going to go into the HSEEP Toolkit, and I actually go to a search engine like Google, and I will go in and type the HSEEP Toolkit login, and it'll help me take straight to the page where I log in. Here's where you have your username and password. If you need to register, you will take this link and go in and enter the information. I've already registered, so we'll go straight into this. And your username is your email. And type in the password and log in. Sometimes it takes a minute or two for it to log you in. This is the page that it will come up to. You will have Nexus. Once you register, you will also have to register for your CAPS, which I have done, so this is in blue. But we're going to go into Nexus, and we're going to learn how to put an exercise into the HSEEP Toolkit. Whenever you go in, here is all the exercises that have been previously listed, the latest ones that is. We're going to go into Create an Exercise, so we can start our own exercise. And for namesake, you can name it your county name and the exercise, or if it's a tabletop, your county name and a tabletop, however you've named your exercise. But we're going to put testing TTX. There was no series that goes along with this, so we leave that as none. If there's any kind of information that you would like to include for your exercise, you will type it here in the notes section, and then you will click next. Once you click next, it will go to the next page, and you will see on the left hand side where you will get the check mark showing that you completed that section. And these are the sections that you will still need to complete in order to have everything in there. So it basically walks you through how to do this. Your sponsoring agency is where we're at, so we're going to find you will go down to find your county. Of course, here's Alabama, so we'll have to go quite a ways down to get to the Kentucky. And as you see, quite a few people are using this program, so it takes a little while to get there. Here is the Kentucky, and it's in the different regions. If you keep scrolling down, you will see KYE region and the county name. So for an example, we will use, we'll go down to region 10, and we'll just use Pulaski County as an example. So we're going to click on this to say that this is the county that is hosting this. And then we click next. And as you see on the left hand side, there is another check mark. If you have questions about anything, this is additional sponsor information. If you have any questions, you can always click on this. This will tell you what this is. And this is the Regional Exercise Support Program. And this, of course, this doesn't apply, so we will keep going. And you do not have to put anything there for it to check off on that one section. See, we got a check mark here. Now for the programs, we will check that this is an EMPG because we want this to go toward our EMPG grant. And you can also click on it and it will tell you more about it. So if you have any questions as to which one you check, but since we are EMPG funded, we want it to go toward that grant, so we'll check that one and click next. And then here you will decide which one you're going to have. Well, of course, when I put in the title, I put TTX for tabletop, but you can also have a seminar, workshop, full scale, functional, whichever one fits your type of exercise. And click next. And as you see, we're getting all the check marks on the left hand side as we go down through there and we complete each section. And since I put it as a county was doing the exercise, we will have it as local. And we'll click next. Now this is the scenario for the exercise. So we're going to say that we're going to do an earthquake, which is under a natural disaster, and we'll click that one. But if you have something that's not listed here, they have the other section, and you can put it in whichever section that it fits best, and type in the name, and click next. Then the theme, of course, you can always click on it. And this is for ports. This is continuity of operations and mass transit. And you can open those up and see which one best fits your exercise. So we're going to choose the continuity of operations and click next. Now we're going to find a location. So we'll click to add a location. And we'll say this is at the Armory in Somerset. Yes, this will be the primary, and yes, this is a military installation. And we'll fill out the information, any information you want to put on there, and click Save the Location. There it gives the information to ensure it's correct. If not, you click the Edit button and you can always change it, or you can delete it and put in a different location for the event. And click Next. If for some reason the event location has changed, you can always come back in here and you can change the location and delete that one. Now we're going to put in the date and the time for the exercise. We're going to say that the exercise is going to be on Valentine's Day, February the 14th. And we'll say that it starts at 8 a.m. and it goes to 12 p.m. And we'll click Next. And as you see, we've got the check marks still all the way down. There is no conferences at this time, so we'll click Next. You can always add a conference if you're going to have one, a pre-conference to work on the exercise. There's your after action. We'll say we're going to do the initial plan conference. And we're going to say the start time will be, we're going to say it is today. We'll start at 10 a.m. and end at 12 p.m. And then as you see, this is not required, but you can always in the point of contact, the venue name, and any other information that is important. Click Add Conference. And you can add all the conferences that goes along with this tabletop. Click Next. Target capabilities. We're going to do a prevention, protection, recovery, response. And we'll do the response. But you can also click on these and open these up and see what the meaning for each one of those are if you have any questions. Or click on it again and that will go away. So we'll click the box beside response and click Next. we're going to do, we'll say that we're doing the community preparedness and participation. And then any of the response that you feel like would work, you can check more than one. We'll check the Emergency Operating Center Management, Emergency Public Information and Warning. Like I said, you can check as many that you want to test as possible. The point of contact and the lead planner. There's no one listed for the lead planner. I am listed as the point of contact. You can change that if you're putting in an exercise to whomever you want to be the point of contact for the exercise. You can also edit the lead planner. For this, I can put in my name and it will find me. And search, and it will find me, and I can select right here and I'll be the lead planner. Or I can add someone who's not in here. If it did not find somebody here, we can always add them in. So even though they don't use the HSEEP and do not have access, they can still be put in here and put their first name, their last name, their email, add the user to the system. It will only add them to your exercise. We'll go in and we'll select. And right there it'll bring up the lead planner's name. And click next. Lead planning organization, we can find. And of course you'll have to search down through a list like we did in the beginning for the sponsoring agency. It's laid out just a little different. When we go down here to Kentucky, there is a plus sign to the left. And if we click on that, it will expand out to show all the options in Kentucky. And then we can search down by region. And of course this plus sign beside the region, there's region 10. And then within that, there is all the counties. And we said Pulaski for the example, so we'll use Pulaski here. Check it. And then for the major participants, you click Find. And then we're going to find who the major participants are in for this exercise. And then we'll go to Kentucky. And of course we go down again to the region and expand it out. And then within each county, you will see it's got the plus sign. So these are the options for the ones in Pulaski County. So we're going to say we're going to add Pulaski County Emergency Management. Now if you need to add a new one, this will actually go all the way down. And here's where you add selected to event. Once you click which one you're wanting. And then if you need to add a new one, a major participant, we'll click on the Add New button. Then we'll type in the organization. Click the correct parent organization. So we're going to link it to the parent, and this one we're going to type in the county, and it will link it to the county. And of course, we'll scroll down to Kentucky and expand that out. There's our region. And then we'll select Pulaski County, and we'll put it as the parent organization. Local. You do not have to check the ESF category, so if you do not know, that's okay. The only thing you have to put into this selection is the things that's got the red asterisk beside of it. And then you save. I'm not going to save this because this isn't an actual person or actual place that we want in there. But this is how you would go about it, and it would actually save it in and add it in, and it will be there for the next time that you need to use it. So you don't have to enter it in each time that you need to go in and enter somebody else in there. All the major participants is all the major organizations that are participating in the exercise. So if you have 2 people from the same department, fire department, you only list the fire department one time, because it's how many organizations are represented at your exercise. So we'll click on another one just to show you. And we'll also say that Greene County Emergency Management participated in the exercise. And there it is. We'll click on that. And if you want to check more than one while this box is expanded out, you can. Or say we want to go down here and Lincoln County participated as well. We can expand all of these out. Here's your Lincoln County. Then we'll scroll down and make sure to click Add Selected to Event. There we have all 3. You can always add your point of contact for that organization. We still have this one as the primary. We will click Next. You keep doing this until you add everybody that participated. Here is your summary sheet. This is still, please note that it's in draft status until you are finished editing and ready to submit it to Nexus. It will stay as a draft status. So you can review it. This is all the information that you entered, all the way down to all the major participants. When you are ready and this is complete and this is the way you want it to be presented, you will click the Submit to Nexus button, and when you do that, this will change from draft to submitted. When they review it and they approve it, then you will be assigned a unique ID number that will be assigned to that particular exercise.